Good morning, my dear friends. Pretty steady rain down here in Ensenada, Baja California Norte, where we are getting ready to head back for home. But we have had a wonderful time here with Zeke Casas and the wonderful people of Ensenada. You're absolutely going to love what Zeke Casas has awaiting you near Ensenada, about a 15-minute drive to downtown, but you will feel like you're a million miles away from everything. Yet, you're so close to it all. Let me take you for a little tour on our room. It's kind of a mess, okay, because we're just getting ready to go. So beds are not made or anything, but nice high ceilings. Really, really nice. Let's check out the cocina, the kitchen. Got a refrigerator here for you. There's your sink, your stove. Really, really good stuff here. And your bathroom is right here. There it is. And rooms look like this. Bed's all screwed up, as you can see, but gives you an idea. Plenty of. And then you can look out the window here. It's really, really nice, comfortable. Man, sleeps so good here. No question about that. All right. I just want to give you a little tour here and show you what we're talking about. Really, really nice. Really beautiful. And I know you're gonna enjoy it for sure. Lots to do right next door. The wine country, fishing, horseback riding, and so much more. Zeke Casas, how the heck are you, my friend?
Well, great. Glad to have you here.
Oh my God, what a night's sleep I had last night. It was beautiful, slept like an angel. Had such a lovely stay here at your place. Why don't you introduce yourself to everybody? Tell us all where we're at. Where the heck are we, man? This doesn't look like Ensenada.
Well, I'm no longer in L.A., the San Gabriel Valley.
You lived there for most of your life?
I grew up, raised my kids, everything, and I said I've got to move on. Kids are already doing their thing. Actually, I got one that coincidentally today is on a cruise ship coming back from Cabo. We're supposed to be meeting up with them a little later.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
Oh, they're going to pull into port here?
they're already enjoying the city.
Oh, shit. You're going to have to get in there then. That's great.
The tecates. I got to go and have a cold one with them.
Yeah.
I'm not one to have too many, but
Yeah.
I will always have one with loved ones,
Yeah, of
friends.
course. Of course. That sounds fantastic. Awesome.
Yeah, so we're in Ensenada. It's hard to explain, but it's very peaceful here. I'm enjoying life, making new friends. I've got people that I've known for a while that are here. I spend a lot of time with them, and it's great. I'm doing what I believe I want to do for the last 15 years of my life.
15? You got longer than that.
My physical years.
Oh, okay.
Physically, being able to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
After those 15, I'm guessing I'm going to do what the Lord allows me.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. But where we're at, I mean, we're so close to the city, but you'd never know it looking around here. I mean, this is so beautiful. You have the mountains here, you've got coyotes running around, you've got all this beautiful shrubbery and everything. It really feels like another place.
You are in Ensenada here. We're just 5 minutes. You can even walk to the harbor if you. In a while, we'll point the camera towards the ocean. You can see the ocean from here. It's beautiful. It's peaceful. Yeah, some less than a quarter mile. Then you have all the commercial buildings, this, that. But here I look one way or the other, and it's the most peaceful place you could you'd want to be in this area.
Yeah, absolutely. And just to make the point about how close we are to town, last night when we got in here, we were kind of hungry, and you're like, let's go grab some tacos. And it was a 5 minute drive, maybe. I mean, it might have been
Tacos.
three
We went
minutes.
to El Flamazo.
Flamaso was
My go-to,
delicioso.
right next door to El Trailero. Maybe many of you can relate. Anybody that's been into Ensenada, it's a go-to place.
Yeah, yeah,
Everybody stops there, especially if you're here for the Baja, the 1,500, 400, whatever it is, or you just come down for a weekend with a family at the Bufadora.
yeah.
There's so much to do, and I'm very comfortable here. That's one of the reasons I did come here. Again, I want to, like I explained to you, I want to open this facility up to a lot of the people that are afraid of coming and enjoying themselves. I know many of you guys were raised coming to Ensenada, coming down to Baja, whether it was San Felipe or wherever, but you hear everything. It's no different than in LA, Chicago, New York, any
Oh, wait a
city.
minute. I would say it is a lot different. It's a lot safer.
Yeah, you know what? I don't want to, overdo it, but I have not had to deal with anything, and I've been coming for some time. Come down, stayed a few months. I was looking for a place to see if I could purchase, and here I am, loving it. Come here. We'll show you a little bit. If you see my little turf here, where I hit my golf balls. You say I have my own range.
Driving range right here.
Yeah, hit some golf balls.
So cool. I got up this morning at one. I'm not a golfer, don't. But when I was in Florida here recently, for whatever reason, Patrick and I went to the driving range. So when I saw this, I said, "What the heck?"
Yeah.
I got here 5:30 this morning, knocked the ball, felt good.
Yeah. With time, I'm gonna set up over on the other side. I want to set up a putting green
Yeah,
for people that say no. I may not want to hit a 250-yard ball. We can
yeah,
tap one into the hole. You want to do a few different activities for guys that want to come out, and many of you come and you fish in Ensenada. There's a lot of outfits. I know a lot of the guys out here that take people out fishing,
yep,
but they take you out. Number one, you have to make your way to where they're at, and you got to drive through town, and you got to drive through Maniadero into the Bufadora area. It's a drive. Here, I'm just right in town, right before you get into the big hoopla. Whether you're coming in from Rosarito, if you're coming in from
Tecate, like we did last
Tecate,
night.
like you did,
Yeah,
from this side, or if you're coming in from San Isidro, easy, easy. Once you hit that last toll road, you don't even see a traffic light till you're gonna just come right into the gate, which is always closed. The vehicles are always safe. Won't have to worry about a single thing. And safety is one of the things that I want to do. I'm even thinking if some of the guys want to come over, they're willing to help me out a little bit with gas money. I'll go pick you up at the border, just south of the border, north of the border, whatever you want to do. And if you're one of those spoiled brats, we'll pick you up in Orange County, LA.
well, you talk about safety, it's on everybody's mind. And I've been traveling down here for 50 plus years and never had a problem. It's always been great. We can find trouble if we want to here. We
you
can
bring
find it
it,
in Los
you
Angeles.
bring it upon yourself. You
Yeah,
can be in the Vatican, and you're gonna get into trouble if
yeah,
you
if you're looking
create it.
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're looking for it. And man, here, it's so peaceful. Where exactly is this place? Can you explain that to people?
Okay. As you come into Ensenada, if you're familiar, the last toll station is really where Ensenada starts, or it's called El Sausal, which is um, 3 miles before the main Ensenada, the downtown uh, tourist area that everybody knows.
Yeah.
The Papas and Beer, the
Right.
Who songs, this, that. So you come in, and just under a mile from that toll station, you have the road that goes to Tecate. So you take that road, and again, just shy of a mile is where I'm at. It's beautiful.
Peaceful.
I do have neighbors, but you can't even, you got to look for them. You got to look for them. It's just great, great, great. Come out here. If you guys are interested in staying, you can just stay, use the place like an Airbnb. You want to come out, you want me to plan something for you, we can take you out fishing. There's other outfits if you want to go out with Arnie's, you want to go out with Blackfin, Maras. There's a bunch of guys. Real good guy. Scorpion sport fishing. Me, I'm set up. I'm just waiting on the permits for my boat. I got a 21-foot
Center console.
center console,
Mm-hmm.
and we can get you into the yellowtail, the Dorado, which we didn't see much Dorado this
No,
year.
we didn't.
It's okay. It's okay. Just like we don't see the albacore anymore.
Yeah, I mean it's all oceanography. Normally, it's whether the water's warm enough, cold enough.
Has it kept us from going out fishing?
Heck no. We get to go out there and catch all kinds of fish.
Yeah, and again, there is some good fishing. This year, I saw that it was a little slower, but not every year is going to be the same. It's just like the weather. You get some rainy years. We get some that it just doesn't want to stop. Like 2 years ago,
Yeah.
was it?
Yeah.
It didn't stop till April. Rain and rain and rain.
Yep.
Again, we've had years here that you got great, great, great bluefin tuna. Bluefin
Phenomenal.
tuna is unbelievable. And you're just 30, 40 miles out.
Yeah. Sometimes closer than that.
Closer.
Yeah.
Closer. And yeah, there's rock fishing. Like I said, you have the calicos, the sheephead. There's some wonderful, wonderful rock fishing. If you go a little further south, there's an outfit where you can go out there, or you can just go out of here. And I believe it's Castro's.
Yeah.
Castro's in
Yeah.
India.
Castro's camp.
It is a drive, but if you're on a boat, you can zoom on by. There's not much traffic in the ocean. So you zoom on down, and wow, there's great rock fishing.
Yeah, heck yeah. And I haven't asked you this, but I'm gonna guess it's true. If you do go out and catch a bunch of fish, I'm sure you can come back here and grill it up or cook it up or do just about anything you want. Have a fresh fish dinner right here and enjoy this beautiful view.
That's what we've been doing for a lot of people, which we're gonna do for Phil later. We can. I think I got some steaks that we're gonna put on the barbecue.
Oh, we may have to go live and show that, man.
We-
Carnivore diet lives right here in Ensenada.
I don't really do a lot of barbecuing.
Yeah.
When I do, it's ribeye.
My favorite.
Yeah, I would put some ribeyes on and have a good time. But I actually am a chef by trade. All my life, ever since that after school job, I was in the kitchen. Made my way up, and I was lucky enough to be self-employed at my catering business since 91.
Wow.
1992.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was able to do this, that. There's a guy in Hawthorne. I think it's the guys that are sending the satellites up into
Oh,
space.
right,
And
SpaceX.
is that their name?
Yeah. Well, I know
Wait,
that because they could jump on my morning briefing a lot and say, we're all here at SpaceX watching the morning briefing.
really?
Yeah, so a bunch of those guys are tuning into the Friedman Adventures show. Thank you
Yeah,
so very much to Elon Musk and SpaceX.
I was able to do a very large scoop for them back when I was catering, and great people over there.
Yeah, yeah,
Great
heck yeah.
people. They got all the young kids working over there.
Yeah, that's what they need, man. Young, smart,
They
hardworking kids.
that's one thing about Elon. He knows that he wants the best working for him, and he wants them to stick around.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've been a chef, and you, believe it or not, you may be saying, hey, yeah, he catered my wedding. So
Maybe you were up in the States for a long time.
yeah, so if you come here, um, we can we can take care of you. We can put on whatever you'd like. It's all a matter of you just letting me know you want to just eat, you want to eat, or you want to go big.
Yeah, we're going big tonight. I
Go
already
big.
saw the steaks you have. They're enormous.
Yeah, no, it was.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish one of those, but I'll give it the old college effort. I will tell you that right now. So,
Yeah,
so we've got this beautiful place. It's peaceful. It's tranquil. It's close to town. We've got the fishing opportunities. We also have the wine country, Valle de Guadalupe,
but
right here.
we have our own Napa here. It's just 10 to 15 minutes from here, depending on what venue you want to stop by at, what winery. There's probably 200 wineries here. Are they all set up as venues where you can come and enjoy? There's something for everybody. There's a market for pretty much everybody. If you want to come out here and you live better than me and a lot of the rest, you can find yourself some menu items, even $100 price.
Yeah,
But you're talking about fine. I mean, some of the best chefs in the country and chefs from outside of the country are coming in.
yeah,
They,
yeah,
they've been here. This is something that's not new. It's been growing and growing. You can come out here. There's some real nice places to stay. May not be as comfortable as our place here.
yeah.
No, there's a lot to do. A lot. Um, come out here on a weekend, 3-day weekend. If you want to take a whole week and bounce around, then once you've visited wine country, you've purchased some cases of wine. They ship them to you. It's endless. You know how it is. Money talks. So you can have anything you want shipped across. Well, legally,
Within reason.
if
Yeah,
it's legal.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
I've been to a few of these venues. In fact, I went to a polo match
Okay.
at, I forget the name of the place, but they have polo there. And I actually sang the United States national anthem. I'm not a singer. I don't sing. But my friend Arturo Martinez, who was part of the Mexican tourism department at one time and now does a lot of tours and stuff in the wine country, he invited me down and then he said, "You're singing the national." I'm like, "What?
I win.
Yeah, what?" And so I went first and they had the horses and it looked like the United States Cavalry was out there and I sang the national anthem. Oh my God. And all the Mexicans stood up and applauded. They were being way too kind to me because it wasn't that good. Thank God that the guy that sang the Mexican national anthem went after me because he was like a basso profundo, really great singer. And if he would have gone first and I had to follow him, I would have gone right down the drain. I'll tell you that.
Something tells me it was like opposite from Game 2 of the Dodgers Yankees game
Maybe.
with Ice Cube
Yeah.
and Fat Boy. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God. So, I mean, I've been there and experienced some of it. The food, the ambiance of the wine country. That's just another thing that people can come here, stay here, and then, as you say, it's literally minutes away.
Yeah, and there's actually Michelin awarded
Yeah.
facilities there. There's Cocina de Doña Estela,
Yeah.
where she has actually been awarded the best breakfast in the world.
Yeah. Have you eaten there?
I have.
How is it?
Great.
Yeah.
It's no different than the breakfast I fixed for you earlier today.
Oh, there you go. So you're the best chef in the
No,
world then.
it's good. It's a place you have to experience. If you come down on a weekend, it's expect for a bit of a wait, and I don't know how the lady does it, but she raises her own lamb, does a deep pit barbacoa, birria. She's famous for her machaca,
Uh-huh.
which is Sonora style. I had never had that machaca, and it's quite delicious.
Is it?
She makes some real nice gorditas,
Uh-huh.
which is like a cornmeal tortilla,
Yeah.
but it's a little thicker. And then you open it up and you stuff it like a thick pita pocket,
Yeah.
and you can stuff it with chicharrón, which is like bacon. There's a few things better.
Yeah, exactly. What's better than that, huh?
Chicharrón is bacon. Excuse me. Um, she she does a great job. The tortillas are pressed right there. They're coming right off the griddle.
That sounds so good.
She's got one, two. I would think she has 10 people back there doing those
Yeah.
tortillas, because you go in and there's just over, I don't know, it could be close to 100 seats.
Oh, right.
That's what it seems like.
And it's full?
Always.
Yeah. Yeah.
Early morning till I don't know how late. And hey, there's going to be people that say, but they're just haters.
Yeah. Yeah. It's nice to check all these different places out. Have you ever been to the zoo?
I've driven past it.
I got to go to that
many a
zoo
time.
someday. That's got to be fun.
It's really because I've been on my way to meet up with that smile
Yeah.
that I had to go see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or somebody invited me to some cervecitas,
Yeah.
a little barbecue of some kind. There was a destination I was headed to, but yeah, they've got a bunch of stuff. That zoo, museums, Museo del Vino. It's called the wine museum,
Yeah.
and you learn a lot about how the our ancestors, let's say, were growing grapes, making their wine, and I would have known it would have blown up to be, like I said, like the Napa of south of the border.
Incredible, man. It really is. How long's that? When did that all get started? Like 20 years ago, or when it started to become a tourist destination?
Tourists, there's been people. I talked to a good friend, a woman that I used to cater in Claremont, one of the private schools there, and she was the event coordinator, and I would work with her a lot. And she was a little older than me, not much, and she was telling me that she grew up coming here to Valle de Guadalupe.
Oh, really? Yeah.
That probably came from parents that enjoyed a nice glass of wine.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
said, hey, you guys, you go to Papa's and Beer, you go to Husong's, we're going to enjoy a nice Merlot. And I don't know, so yeah, that had to have been a good 40 years back.
Yeah.
There's history here. The Russians, believe it or not, were the ones that first were growing the grapes.
Uh-huh.
They were the ones that were just making a living. They were feeding their families, from what I hear, and it started to grow and grow. And like everything, you have other people coming in. Then the children go to school and they say, "Hey, I'm gonna blow this up.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring in
Marketing ideas and
the big stainless steel containers
yeah,
to
right. All the
hold it, this, that." Then you have the barrels. There's a guy I know. He is the one guy that actually manufactures the wine barrels
Oh,
for
really?
the area.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
got to be a lucrative little business, huh?
He does pretty good. He
Yeah.
actually is telling me he's in the next month or two, and yeah, November we're already. Hey,
I know.
what
I
month
know
is
this
it?
year is going by too fast.
Yeah, that he was hired to go to Monterrey, the state of Monterrey in Mexico, and they had an order for, I don't know, I'm not sure if it was 1,000 barrels that he was going to manufacture. He said, look, instead of bringing in the supplies, this, that, uh, I'm going to go and then having to ship the barrels,
Yeah.
I'll go in, I'll make them there.
Yeah, why not, right?
So he said it would take him, close to 2 months, and then he comes back. But yeah, he's one of the last. He had I heard, I think he was giving classes on how to make those barrels. Why? Because it's like everything. Our grandparents that had a trade or whatever, and they grew old, and nobody in the family wanted to pursue it, and it was another trade that just was gone.
Yeah.
Um,
He probably doesn't want to see that happen, right?
I don't know, but he was doing classes. Who, how, I don't know if anybody really pursued it or took that much of interest in maybe giving them competition. I don't know.
Yeah. So Zeke, what do you like about living in Mexico?
What's not to?
Well, I agree.
You
I
know,
love it here.
I'm actually Mexican myself.
Yes. Born in Zacatecas,
I was
right?
born in Zacatecas, and I was smuggled into California. No, back then in 1967, it was
That's when you
easier.
immigrated into the United
It
States?
was easier to get a visa, a green card, which automatically made you a legal resident.
Yeah.
It was easier to become a legal resident back then than to get a Costco card today.
It was easy.
I don't remember. I was too young. I was a year
Yeah.
and a half. But from what the parents
Told you.
told me, you're as a kid,
Pretty much needed somebody's address up in the US in those days, right? Like they wanted to
I,
know where you're going.
that's it. They just wanted to keep track of you. They
Yeah.
wanted an address where you were headed. Uncle Chewy's house or wherever,
Yeah, right.
to Brentwood.
Yeah.
Brentwood or Beverly Hills.
Yeah. Uncle Chewy's done really well.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I was raised in the Pasadena area, in Pasadena. And at the age of, when I was in junior high, we went on one of those regular visits. We would go and visit our grandparents and stay 1, 2 weeks. And when I was in junior high, we went to visit. And while we were out there, Dad says, Zeke, or he said to the whole family, we're staying. And at first we thought it was the end of the world.
Yeah.
Like, no, I gotta go back, and I have all my friends. I got my BMX bike that I was doing everything. I was loving life, and I was just enjoying life. Growing up in Pasadena,
Yeah.
it was nice. And 3 years later, I said, I'm going back.
Your dad said you're
I
going.
am
Oh, uh-huh.
me.
Yeah.
And, they still owned a house in Pasadena. My brother was living there, and I said, hey, I'm moving back. And I just came back, got my high school out of the way, and but as soon as I turned 18, I was going back there over and over.
Yeah.
There's times I'd go 3 times in a year,
Yeah.
and my late teens and 20s, and still just like last year, I was in August. I was in Mexico City. Maybe September, the end of October, September. I was in Guadalajara, Zacatecas. This year I was out there twice, and I love it. I love it. I've never ever had any issues. Yeah, you'll stop at a checkpoint. They ask you where you're headed, what you're doing. You answer. All you have to do is be honest.
Yeah.
Be honest. Tell them, hey, I'm gonna go have tacos. Tacos y tequila. I know I've never had any issues. Very safe. Same thing here. That's it. Just uh, obey the traffic signals. That's my advice.
Yeah.
You don't want to be speeding. If you're doing it back home, you're gonna pay the price. It's no different here.
Right.
But no, it's great. There's so much to do out here.
So many great restaurants, so much to do. What are some of the things people can do?
Well, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what happened. My 24-year-old, he was here Memorial Day weekend. He was here for Memorial Day weekend, and I told him, I said, we're going to go into town, have breakfast. And, I got caught up putting a few things away, doing this, that, and it sort of got late. So I went to this one place. You've probably had breakfast there. It's a little like a diner feel to it. So they really do is breakfast, but they have some enchiladas as well, your typical Mexican dishes.
Yeah.
And we get there, and
What's
it
the
was
name of the
already
place?
late. It is called, and I tell you, you've already learned. I have the worst memory. I blank out. Um, Antonio's.
Uh-huh.
Antonio. I can't remember.
Are you talking about
I
Alfonso's over there? Like, are you talking about over near the Malecon or no?
no. This is just a little after the famous hotel.
Oh, right. Yeah, I know what you're talking
Okay,
about. I can't
okay.
remember the name of that. I know what you're talking about, though. Yeah.
Yeah,
Real super famous for breakfast. Yeah.
supposedly Al
What is it?
Capone was here. It's where the margarita was invented.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
It was invented. That's what they say.
Yeah.
Me, you tell me something, I'll believe you.
Yeah.
But yeah, back many years ago, the margarita was invented there.
Whatever the name of it is.
It's gonna.
We'll
come
figure it
to me.
out.
Yeah. So yeah, we get there, and the place was already closing. They said, we're closing in 15 minutes. So I said, come on, kid, let's go find somewhere else to eat. So I said, what are you looking? What are you? Um, Hungry for? What are you craving? He goes, I want meat. What do? I go on my phone and I said, restaurants near me. And it was a barbecue outfit.
Yeah.
It was just 2 blocks away. And I made my way and I sort of pulled past it. I look and it was just a little regular home. But it had like the driveway was there was like a bench, and there's a guy there that does your typical barbecue.
Yeah. I may have been to this place.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's tri-tip, your ribs,
They have costillas. Yeah. Ribs. Yep.
brisket.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we pull up and like, well, let's give this a try. Well, the guy takes orders. You have to call in advance the day before.
Oh, okay. This wasn't the case when I went to
And
this place.
and he said, you know what? What are you looking for? He go,
Carne.
tell me what you
Meat.
have. Yeah, tell me what you have. Instead of me asking for something and you say no, I don't have it.
Yeah.
He says, I've got brisket, I've got some ribs. You go, okay. I asked if we had tri-tip. It was tri-tip. Tri-tip. I don't have anymore. Hook me up with brisket and ribs. So he gives us a kilo, which is 2 pounds of brisket, and it was probably 8 ribs.
Oh my God.
We got all
For
this
two of
stuff.
you guys?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Well, my kid is twice as big as me.
Yeah. He can eat like a horse.
He can eat like me. and they give us this other side dishes.
Yeah.
They had like a almost like you would have a twice baked potato,
Yeah.
but it was in a little tin container, like those mini pies.
Yeah.
But it was a decent size, and you got your mashed potatoes. At first, I thought it was macaroni and cheese. Your corn on the cob, and something else. I think that was it. And my kid, we said, let's just take it home and wait at home. He takes the bite of that brisket, and he says, Dad, what the hell? I come to Mexico to have the best barbecue I've had in my life.
Really?
And the kid, we live in Claremont, and there's some outfits there in Upland and Claremont. He was one that he'll drive a few miles to get what he wants.
Yeah.
He enjoys eating. Again, he's right around 300 pounds.
Oh, okay. Big guy.
A little taller than me.
Yeah.
So yeah, but he's big. He goes, Dad, it doesn't make sense. Why is it that I come to Ensenada and I have the best barbecue that I've ever had in my life?
Yeah.
And me, I was just happy because
Yeah, for sure. Your son is
I had
in.
our time because man, I won't get into it, but the wife, mom, would say, no, don't go, and don't drink the water, and
Yeah.
But if it was to go to Guadalajara, where her parents are from, it's not an issue. He just thinks I'm a knucklehead. And
Well, you got to give her that.
I'm gonna take him into the strip joint or something. Nah, but yeah, you never believed you'd come here and have barbecue that you would never ever think you would find here.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. In fact, it's funny you mentioned that. The guy that came down with me, he's at the orphanage right now, as you know, George. He said that he was in Ensenada. He went to this barbecue place. He had the best beef ribs he's ever had in his life, and he can't find it again. And so I said, well, where was it like? And he kind of told me. So when I was in town, I started searching around. I found this place. I think it was red, and there was a woman actually serving the food this one day, and a kid that was serving. And I went in there and had the beef ribs. And oh my God, they were good, freaking good. And then I can't remember if he was down here and I went there, and then I said, George, I found your place. I had the rib. He go, oh, take me there. He wanted to go right back again.
I know my kid. Next time he's here,
He's gonna want to go right there.
yeah. And then, like you saw last night, we went to El Flamazo's, which is, just on the side of the road as you come into Ensenada.
Yeah.
Many of you guys are familiar with El Trailero, and just across the street, on the same side of the street, is El Flamazo. I go to El Flamazo all the time, and I pointed out those popsicles.
Oh yeah, they look, to die for.
Oh my God!
I don't eat that stuff, but I can still appreciate what that looked like. And I saw a girl eating it, and she looked like she was totally enjoying it.
I stopped by just for those
Oh,
popsicles.
heck yeah.
And they're really just custom made. They're artisan ice creams that
Yeah, they're
a
a
lot
work
of
of art besides being delicious, right?
yeah, that they're not making, and they're not mass producing.
Right.
It's just, some of these families, maybe now they have a decent ice cream shop or some kind, and they're producing their own popsicles and selling them, like you have La Michoacana that you see in LA area.
Yeah.
You see them everywhere, which is nice as well. But I took them and I said, kid, we're just going to stop by for an ice cream popsicle. And I said, you not. He says, Dad, earlier we had the best ribs and brisket, and now I'm having the best goddamn popsicle of my life.
That's so funny.
And that's what coming to Mexico is a lot about. And a lot of places where you travel, you leave the states, and there's so much more than just McDonald's.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Even Wolfgang Puck. Once you try other stuff,
Yeah,
it's not that great.
yeah.
You know.
And that kid, Diego, who was working there last night, he impressed me as just this hardworking kid right from the bat. But I'm on the carnivore diet, so all I eat is meat. I walked in there, and he said, "What would you like?" And I said, "Hey, Diego, I'm a pain in the ass here, but I don't eat tortillas anymore. I just, is there any way you could just give me the carne asada? And yeah, throw some guacamole and some cebolla, some onions, and hey, no problem. Boom! I had this huge plate of meat. I died and gone to heaven at that point, right?
Yeah. No. Again, I go there. I have met the owner, and next door there's a lot of they board horses there. Then a lot of people come around. They'll do the trails. They'll do a 2-4 hour trail ride
Up
up
in
the
these
hill.
mountains here?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And
Unbelievable.
me, I haven't joined up with them, but I got to get out there.
Do you like riding horses? You know what I don't like about it? I haven't ridden a horse for a million years. When I was a kid, it seemed like every freaking horse I got on at some point would like start running, and I'm like, how the hell? You pull back on the reins, and it's not.
It doesn't have an emergency brake.
No, it doesn't. And it's like, I'm getting ready to fall off this damn thing. Please stop running so fast.
You're looking for a comfortable bush to jump into.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But I think, I don't know, I'm so old, if I fell, I'd probably break my neck now at this point. But I'd be willing to do it. What the hell?
That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
That's what I'm afraid of. I know. Just last weekend, as they were coming back, I did see one guy that the horse didn't bump him off. It's just that his saddle,
Oh, yeah, that would be panic mode too.
it ended up going to
Yeah.
the side, and he falls off. Horse is dragging the saddle for a bit.
With him in it?
No,
Oh, he bailed,
yeah, he fell out right away.
pulled his parachute cord and jumped.
He says, "No mas,"
Yeah.
but
Roberto Duran, no mas.
no mas. And it happens. It happens, and it's just like riding a motorcycle.
Yeah, or anything else.
Driving a car,
Can you rent horses anywhere near here and go for? Oh,
Right
those
here?
guys rent them?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
That's actually one of the deals that I'm going to be doing is I got to get a hold of a couple of horses.
Yeah.
So what we do is whenever they have clients that come in and need an extra 1 or 2 horses,
Yeah.
they can take mine.
Oh, that'd be great.
And
I'll take 5 to win on the 4 horse.
there you go. And whenever I need a couple extra,
Boom.
I can say, hey, Philip and some of the guys showed up this weekend and they want to just, go and videotape themselves like, was it the movie, not Blazing Saddles? It was I can't remember. I'm telling you, I'm terrible remembering.
I think that place is called Alfonso's now that you mention it.
No,
It's not?
I
Or
think it's Antonio's.
Antonio's? Maybe it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to put it in text on here. I'll figure it out.
We're gonna have to look.
Doesn't it
for
have like an egg as the logo?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah.
It's Antonio's. It's not Alfonso's.
Is it Antonio's? Okay.
You have a coin?
No. Wait a minute. Alfonso. Somebody introduced themselves to me the other day, and it was that's why I got that in my head.
Yeah, no.
Antonio's.
I think it's.
But it does have an egg as the logo, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great place.
Go in and
Service is always nice.
yeah, most of their meals come with an order of pancakes.
Pancakes. Yep. Yeah, I was there probably 6 months ago. It's a great place.
Yeah, I've eaten there maybe 4 or 6 times.
Yeah. And, grabbing a steak around here or some seafood, some great places for that too, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, you go into the Mercado Negro.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to experience
Absolutely. That's a great fish market. Mercado Negro, everybody.
You go into the fish market, the Mercado Negro. Is all you. It's just as you come into town. You can walk from Papas and Beers to the Mercado Negro, and you can go and you can select any kind of seafood. You buy it like if you were at the grocery store, your favorite butcher shop that does seafood as well.
Yeah.
And you go across the walkway, alley, you can call it, and you sit down at one of the many outfits there, and they'll ask you how you want it cooked.
Yeah.
And that fish is fish that is probably brought in that morning, the night before.
Yeah.
Fresh as can be. I was there. I picked up 32 lobsters. Was it the weekend of the September the 10th?
Uh-huh.
And I had
right before Mexican independence.
I had a bunch of friends here, and I told them we're gonna eat good. Again, I say 32, but they weren't big lobsters. They were, small tails. 2 apiece is what we ended up.
Pretty darn good.
Yeah, and then I had about 5 pounds of it was the 1620, like the jumbo shrimp.
Oh man, nothing better.
That
Al mojo de ajo.
And yeah. And again, I just put the firewood in, got the barbecue going. I put a white sea, no, a halibut, one of the local halibuts. Put it on the barbecue. I put some little red rose potatoes, smaller ones. I put them on the rack a little higher, and yeah, we ate good. We ate good. I think I did pork loin as well.
Oh my God, Zeke.
Um, so yeah, I know I enjoy cooking, especially if I feel you here.
Are
Uh,
you feeling me there? I hope so, because man, those
I'm,
ribeyes look good. I don't want to get you upset or
I'm
anything.
telling
I
you
want
that
that ribeye tonight.
you said you were okay with some of that canned tuna. I said no.
I'm okay with anything. I really
You
am.
said Zeke, it's albacore. It's got to be good. I said no. We're gonna do the ribeyes.
Oh my God, I can't wait for that, honestly.
Ribeyes. I gotta see what else I can do for you because you're carnivore.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
that's all
I
you
mean,
can.
it's easy because like breakfast this morning was fantastic. We had the red hot
It was
sausages.
Louisiana
They were
sausages.
great. Fantastic.
You can't go wrong with them.
Yeah.
Just don't.
But you made a homemade salsa, or that was so good.
You know what? That wasn't even homemade.
Really?
Homie made. Homie made. I got that from my kid. Yeah, we were cooking something, and I was videotaping him, and he was the one that was doing something. And I said, "Is that homemade?" He goes, "No, it's homie made. That's better than homemade."
It was so tasty. It had that authentic feel to it, that taste to it, that you just know. Like my wife says, if I make her something, once in a while I'll make her something, she'll look at me and she'll say, Felipe, este no es con amor. Or she'll say, Ay, Felipe, este es con amor. And you
Esto.
can tell the difference, right? This is with love, this
Yeah,
is not with love.
and again, um, in the kit, excuse me, in the kitchen, you can follow a recipe, you can do this, that, but if you don't,
Put your signature on it.
you have to.
That amor.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that love, right?
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I myself, I was taught all the basics, this, that, and after some years, I don't. I have some recipes that I do,
Yeah.
and I have to follow that recipe. Why? Because it's amazing. It's something that I did once, and I had to go back, do it again,
And write it out.
and write it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I know
It,
exactly
it
what you're
was that
talking about.
good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I cook with my palate,
Yeah.
and for
100.
the last 10 years of cooking, I'm gonna say 75% of what I would cook,
Yeah.
I'd never even done before.
Yeah. That's the amazing thing about cooking for me as a person who has no talent artistically. I can't draw a stick figure. I can't do any of that, but I'm a pretty good cook. And you feel like you're creating something when you cook and you
You
get to
are,
make it yours.
and believe it or not, you'll give somebody your recipe, they'll go and attempt it, and it's not gonna be the same.
That's right.
There's
100%.
chefs that I don't know why, how. I believe it's bad luck to keep recipes from others. I've always shared everything. Everything. Why? Because I believe it's good karma. It's a blessing. Number one, I give you a recipe. Could be a week, a year, 10 years from now. You're preparing it, and you're facing it. You're getting ready to enjoy it. Who are you gonna think of?
Thinking about you.
Are you gonna think of me in a negative or
It
positive?
depends on how crappy the recipe is. Just kidding. No, of course not. You're going to say, God, I'm glad that guy gave me this
It,
recipe. This is one of my favorite dishes.
right, right.
Yeah.
And that's why. And again, I've always said, food and music is always going to take you back in time, and you're going to relate to a moment in your life.
Yeah, when you hear that song or you eat that
A
food, or
person, you will remember going to your aunt's house, and she may have made the best biscuits in the world, the best iced tea, the best. There's always something that you were enjoying,
yeah,
and it'll take you to somebody.
yeah, 100%.
And with music, there's that certain song where you remember that certain smile.
Yeah,
You were at that one dance, and that hottie that you remember, whether it was in high school or later in life. There's a song that'll remind you of somebody in the past.
yeah, for sure. Well, I want to ask you this question since we're talking about food so much here. How do you like personally, just you? How do you like your ribeye cooked? Are you gonna tell me what are you gonna tell me?
You
How do you like your
know,
ribeye cooked? Medium,
I
well?
I do medium rare.
Uh-huh.
Medium rare. Um, I don't
That's your
like.
personal preference. Yeah.
Yes, I don't like a bloody steak,
Yeah.
but you don't want to kill that steak either. Medium, I think, is already. Mm, it's gotta be juicy, and
Yeah.
you have that ribeye that by nature it's very juicy.
Yes. Marbled well, and
It's especially if it has the right marbling. You have some that are better than
yeah,
others.
of course.
Um, excuse me, but it's a ribeye, and you gotta show it respect.
Yep. I can live with that. I mean, I probably lean a little bit more toward the rare. I went into, I think it was Outback or wherever with my wife the other day, and she was having a steak, a ribeye, and I like the prime rib. And the guy goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, prime rib's not ready till 5 o'clock," and it was 4 o'clock. And I go, "Oh, okay, well, no big deal." And he goes, "Well, how do you like your prime rib?" And I said, "Rare as you can do it." And he goes, "Hold on." And he runs back and we're gonna cut off. You're good with rare, and I'm
He
telling you.
gave you an end cut,
Could
or
have. I don't know. I guess not. He couldn't have, right? Maybe he did, and it just hadn't gotten to the point where it was. But it was friggin'. I mean, it was rare, 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 to the point where my wife looked at it and goes, "Really?" And I just took a sigh, like, "Oh my God, is that good? Oh, I love that."
that's my brother Eddie. He's gotta have it. I just gotta kick you in the face.
Exactly. I can have it that way. I can have it medium too, but yeah, there's nothing like a good steak, and you can certainly find them here. I know I have some favorite places in Rosarito. There's what's the name of that place that I used to go to? La Stancia is a great steak place there. Great seafood place. My friend Antonio Lozano, has a place called La Huerita that is great. His mother was nicknamed, her sobrenombre was La Huerita. She was very white, looking.
Right.
And she, believe it or not, Zeke, she used to live in Puerto Nuevo back before Puerto Nuevo was a thing.
Before Garcia's?
And her husband would go out commercial lobster fishing and they would sell the lobster. And he was always late, pulling traps and working late. And she started saying, "What, No, she started cooking some rice and some beans and cooking the lobster and serving it. And Puerto Nuevo was born because of Tony Lozano's mother.
There you go. There's funny how something you didn't even try to change. It's that little community there
Yeah.
that now you go in and it's lobster amigo. Hey,
Yeah.
pull in right here, and hey, we have the best. We have the best.
Yeah. I mean, there's how many restaurants there? It's got to be 50 restaurants there. It's just insane there.
49, I think.
And it's pretty well done. I have to admit, I was there for a birthday party not too long ago. And we ordered some platter, and I'm like, $100. Well, that's a little pricey. And it probably could have fed 12 people. So I mean, you're talking like $12 or something. There was lobster, there was shrimp, there was fish. It was huge. We couldn't finish it. And there was like 8 of us. Yeah. Yeah, it was great. Alejandra Cano's birthday party. We were celebrating her birthday, and it was great. My son Patrick was there, and just another one of these Baja memories that get created. There's the thing about Baja is you've mentioned it already. There's the food, there's the things to do, but then also there's the people. Like you, meeting you has been really a great thing for me.
Thank you. You know what? Yes, the people, and it's like everywhere. Not everybody can say that because you have the gift that you're a good person yourself, and everybody's gonna embrace you.
I got you fooled.
I fell for it. No, you can go anywhere, and people are pretty good. If you're good yourself,
You're gonna
you
attract that kind of vibe.
yeah.
Yeah.
And me, I try to. I am who I am. I'm going to tell you a story. Um, in '84, I told you I was in Mexico. I lived 3 years, and I turned 18 in '84. 84, 85, 85, I'm sorry. 84 is when I graduated. I was already 18, and it was the first time I, I flew on my own. I was a young kid, and I said, I want to go back just to visit
Yeah.
my friends because I made a lot of friends. There's family, not a whole lot, but
So you
yeah.
were living in Mexico City?
No,
No,
this
you were
is
living in.
In Zacatecas,
Oh, okay.
Tlaltenango, Zacatecas,
Okay.
and it's the southern part of Zacatecas. It's up close to the Guadalajara area.
Yeah.
It's a drive. It was a straight shot. It wasn't for the mountains. You'd be there in an hour and 15
Oh,
minutes.
wow.
So it's just pretty far south. And um, I'm there with cousin and two friends, and we sit in your typical birreria. There's a counter, and then there's a bench, and they're hooking it up. And two of the guys were on my left. One was on the right. He's the one that I told you had the nightclub that did it really well. It was
Oh, right,
a
right.
place,
Yeah.
That was great times. So, anyways, he's sitting there, and this older gentleman, maybe 70 years old,
Yeah.
he said I was 18. 18. I don't think I was 19 yet. And he walks up. He was going to sit down and order food, I believe. And he reaches out, and like you do in all of Mexico, we don't just, as you're walking by, you greet people. You extend your hand. Buenas tardes.
Yeah.
Buenos dias. Buenas noches.
Right.
And it's a warm feeling that is. So, anyways, he greets my buddy. Then he extends his hand over, and I reached over and I shook his hand and I gave him my name, Ezequiel Casas. Zeke is short for Ezekiel, Ezequiel. And he grabs, it tightens my hand, and he says, Casas. He says, are you the son of Eduardo Casas? I go, no, he was my grandfather. He went on and had so much to say. And my grandfather was somebody that everybody respected. He was a good man. I've heard story after story. Hey, your grandfather, and he helped me. He gave me. I worked with him as a kid. I was gave my first job, you could say, and he was always helping out and very much respected when the big tycoons would get together for the card games.
Yeah.
They would ask for my grandfather to be the dealer.
Oh,
Why?
trusted him.
They trusted him.
It was very important with a dealer in a card game.
Yeah, and that says a lot about somebody. And with this gentleman, I had this feeling that I don't know, I'll never forget.
It must have made you feel great, right?
Yeah,
This random guy talking
yeah.
so highly about your grandfather.
And I said, you know what? In my mind, I said, you know what? I want for my kids to maybe get a chance of experiencing something similar.
Yeah.
And I share my story with a lot of the cousins, even the nephews, of course, my kids. Just like I do when we watch the movie Tombstone.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 movies that I've ever bought, and Tombstone was one of them.
What's the other
And
one?
there's Chef,
Oh, okay.
movie Chef.
Uh-huh.
And there's certain parts in the movie that, I just, it means a lot. The time where, one of the brothers decides to be a local sheriff. The other brother says, well, I'm going to join you. You got Wyatt Earp that shows up and says, no, we said we weren't going to get involved. And the younger brother says, hey, you always taught us to back each other's back.
Yeah.
And that's what
You like that loyalty.
I elbow my kids.
Yeah. Stay loyal. Family.
That's it, family.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mexico is it's so beautiful. I've been in parts of Mexico. I don't know. I wish I've been to a lot more states. If you go down south, I've been to Cancun, like many of you. Yucatan, but you get into Chiapas and Oaxaca. It's unbelievable, the cuisine. I think as you go further south, the cuisine just blows up.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody, like you have here in Sonora, where they say the burrito was invented.
Yeah.
Where Taco Bell cashed in.
Exactly.
But there's everything. Number one, it's surrounded by ocean. The wealth that you have just from that.
Right.
The marina gives you the oceans. It has so much to offer, and it generates wealth. There's families that live off of the seafood, simply just taking people out snorkeling or whatever.
Fishing or whatever.
But yeah, Mexico has so much, the minerals. It's just so sad that for years and years, it's just been exploited ever since, the Spanish, ever since, I don't want to be negative, Christopher Columbus, whatever.
Hernan Cortez.
Hernan Cortez, everybody. And they come and just like the trick-or-treaters, instead of taking one candy, they take the whole bowl.
Yeah.
And we've had country after country. You have so many things changing with this last 6 years of this last president, which I think has done so much. But a lot of it has been luck, where a lot of foreign countries are learning that, after this whole shipping mess that happened after the pandemic,
Mm-hmm.
it hurt them. Everybody's shipping to the U.S., the number one consumer, and looking at Mexico, that why ship to the U.S. when you can manufacture in Mexico and then just throw it over Donald's wall. No, you just ship it across, um, and you can save money and not have to pass that expense onto the consumer. That a lot of people blame the last and this presidency because of the inflation, the price of fuel, this, that, the economy. A lot of it has to do with, some of the other countries that it's more and more expensive to ship supplies.
Yeah.
Mexico is this last president smart enough to see that there was a need where right now the Panama Canal it's starting to have problems where they don't have the water to fill in the
Locks.
yeah. So a lot of the ships that are coming through it, they're taking longer. There's a lot of problems there, and now Mexico has the new ports that are unloading on the East Coast. Put them on a train, and on the West Coast, sending them to the U.S. They're
Yeah.
coming into San Diego to San Pedro, Long Beach. So yeah, Mexico's doing quite well. I've said this for some 10 years that Mexico is just going to be doing better and better.
Is that bleeding down to the common man yet? Is the ordinary guy in Mexico making more money and doing better or not?
Yes, not enough yet. I mean, it's like everything. If when they build something in town, it takes a while to notice it. But of course, there's a lot of people here that have their business people, and they're enjoying the extra revenue from activity.
Yeah.
And again, there's a lot more people that are being hired. They're going to buy more tacos now. They're going to buy more Tecate, which is not my favorite beers. Don't care for it much, but on a hot day, I'll take it.
Sure. That's not the only beer
Yeah.
you can buy in Mexico.
No,
You can
no.
get all.
But everybody drinks. All the locals,
Yeah.
Tecate. They're loyal to the
Yeah.
brewery nearby in
I
the
get that.
region.
Yeah.
Me, I'll take a Modelo anytime, which is no better than a Corona or whatever. But we're like monkeys. Monkey see, monkey do. I ask people, why is everybody drinking Modelo? Because they see their buddies drinking Modelo.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there is definitely more going on. Um, there's another port that they're talking about doing a little further south after San Quintin. Whether they'll do it, I don't know. One thing that they are doing is another border crossing. You have the San Isidro, then you have the Otay,
Mm-hmm.
and then they're doing another one right not far from Otay. Why? To alleviate the traffic, and half of it is going to be for commercial use.
Oh, great. That's great. When's that supposed to be finished?
I'm not sure if it'll be done before the end of the year,
Oh, it's
but
they're
that's what was said.
really.
Will it happen? I don't know.
Yeah, but sometime soon. Let's put it that way. That's
In the
great.
next year for sure.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, because that
So
border can be a pain in the neck sometimes, man. Yeah, I mean, when I get to the border and it's a 3 hour wait or whatever, I look at my kids or whoever I'm with. I go, hey, that's 3 more hours in Mexico. Cool.
you know what I I think I told you is when I cross the border. I don't know why I haven't done the Centuri.
Yeah, me either. George has it, so
I'll do it, but when I'm sitting there is when I'll grab my phone and I'll go through old contacts, whatever. Hey, Jimmy, let me call Jimmy. And I reach out to friends that I haven't talked to in a while. And before you know it, 2 hours, 3 hours have gone by like that.
yeah, for sure.
And it's just uh, like I tell everybody, if all those Karens were to just slow down and just say, hey, everything's going to be fine. We're going to cross the border and time flies.
Yep, for sure. All right, so if people want to come down and meet the famous Zeke and spend time here,
Well,
what do? They call you, or how do they get in
thanks
touch
to
with you?
Phil, I am famous now. Am I? No. I have to uh, get a designated number. I don't want to have my personal number. If I give it to you now, which is what I'm using, but I've got to pick up another phone in the next week, get everything set up. I want to get a website, something basic. It's all I need. But yeah, I want to put something together where, again, you come out here and you can come and you can go fishing. You can come back, shower up, eat. Again, when I say you're gonna eat good. You're gonna eat good. Is it always gonna be um, steak, this, that? Why not? Yeah, I know you're gonna eat good, and again, I'm gonna want to impress the heck out of you. Why? I just want you to go back and share your experience with more fishermen or whoever your peers are. And next time you come, you drag two more down.
Exactly.
Do
You
you
want
want
them
me
to
to
come
come?
back, come have a good time,
Do you
just
want to
like we've
come?
had.
Hit some golf balls. I'm looking at setting up maybe 4, 6 holes right below here some way. I'm gonna call it ghetto golf. Ghetto golf.
I love it.
You know, I just want to. If you want to just swing the club, you want to come out here and laugh at each other. It doesn't have to be competition. It's just come out and hopefully we don't ruin the golf clubs.
Yeah.
You can take a dozen balls. If you lose one, drop another one. Just go out and hang out. I got a pool table that I'm bringing in. We can throw axes, go out. You want to ride dirt bikes along the trails here? I've got a couple of bikes here. Got one or two more coming.
You rent those to the people here?
Hey, you know what? We'll work something out. A kid like you show me you're a good person, this, that. I hate the nickeling and diming people.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take care of you. I can tell who is a good guy
Yeah.
and who appreciates. Is really what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can come out here before right before the sun comes down, you want to go out. I've got some BB guns. Oh, I stayed up late. So I got some BB guns, some pellet guns, and there's a lot of quail down below.
Oh yeah. Are
There's
you allowed
quail.
to do that?
I'm not gonna complain. Yeah, you can come out here, and again, as long as it's not a firearm, you can do anything. Air, even the CO2, uh, BB and pellet guns, no problem. You don't need a license. You don't need anything. Um, Nothing. And if there's something that you're doing, and I feel that it's gonna create a problem if you're not safe, I'm not gonna let you do it.
Yeah.
Again, I would love to do skeet shooting here,
Oh my God, that would be something else.
right?
Yeah.
And especially because you're elevated a bit.
Yeah, exactly. I got a balcony here, like,
You got,
man,
you
and
got
you're
nothing
just,
behind you. You got nothing.
yeah, it's
It's
amazing.
just beauty. But yeah, doing skeet shooting, but it's just, again, um, I just got, actually, picked up 100 liters of mezcal
Oh my God.
from down south.
Oh God.
I bought it. It's actually Jalisco, which is a border of, Zacatecas, border of Jalisco and Zacatecas, and you have distilleries in Zacatecas, but you can't sell it as tequila. Still the same
Yeah.
thing. You call it mezcal, and there's some mezcals that are way better than. What are they? All these guys brag about their Casamigos,
Yeah.
Don Julio,
Yeah.
this that. They're wasting their money.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. There's some good mezcal, tequila. There's so many, so many. I for years, um, I'm gonna say for 32, 32 years, all I really drink is tequila.
Uh-huh.
Uh, Beer, I have one, two. It's rare that I have a third beer
Yeah.
unless it's craft beer.
Oh, okay.
There is a huge difference between a nice uh, craft craft beer, whether it's a pale ale or an IPA. I mean, it's
Different.
there's no compare. No, 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 no. Way. To me, it's I enjoy a beer. I have my brother-in-laws would always drink Coors Light.
Yeah.
I don't know why they drink that water. Just drink water. Drink water. But yeah, tequila.
Do they have craft beer joints here in Ensenada? They must, right? All over the place, right?
All over. I think not last year, the year before, Tijuana won first place in the country
I believe it. There's a
in
place called
Mexico.
Telefonica in Tijuana. I don't know if you're familiar with that place.
No.
They got a whole craft beer thing in the
Oh
back
yeah,
of it.
there's I
Yeah.
saw game three game three. Game three I saw at a place here. Again, I know where it's at. Do I care the name? No, I can't remember the
It
name.
wasn't Tequila's, was it, with Louis Prieto?
No, Louis. I've been
You
there.
went there too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw game five.
Okay.
Game five.
Hey, Louis.
I saw him there. He offered me. After right as soon as the Dodgers won, he yells out shots. Excuse me. Yells out shots, shots, shots. He gave everybody shots for
Really?
free. Me,
Which ones? The COVID shots or which ones?
no,
Just kidding.
buck shots. So yeah, me, I declined. I'm not a big drinker. I had two micheladas.
Uh-huh.
That's how I drink most of my beer.
Yeah.
And unless they have something I'm at a craft beer. Yeah, but tequila for years. That's all I've been drinking, and I do have my favorite. And again, like many people will ask me, so 30 plus years, and that's all you drink. You gotta be a connoisseur.
Yeah.
I know a bit of tequila. I have my favorites, and right away they say, "What is your favorite?" This tequila that I so enjoy, it goes down so smooth,
Uh-huh.
smooth, delicious, delicious.
What is it?
Free tequila.
Whatever's sitting in front
Free.
of you.
I am offered a tequila, and I have a shot, whatever. Louis, I didn't take. I just didn't want to, but free tequila is nothing better.
That's for sure.
No, I just use that one when people ask me about tequila. That's all.
Yeah, yeah.
But in 2009, a friend that I met when I had a contract with Deluxe Laboratories in Hollywood, I ran their employee cafeteria as my own outfit. I did that for 8 years. 3 of the 8, I did their competitors, Technicolor, on the Universal lot. So Steve Lemley, he worked there, and everybody I got to get a chance to. It was almost like a family. 8 years.
Yeah.
You get to know a lot of people, and we would do stuff with a lot of the people that worked there. They were come in, and they were my clients. They would come and eat, and I heard that Steve he would do his own, would make his own vodka, gin, his brandy. He would make some whiskey. That was his hobby. And I know he had some stills, but I had an agave piña. That's what it's called. That was sent to me from Zacatecas. It was already roasted because you can't cross raw vegetation across the border. It was roasted, so that does qualify. You can bring it over. It weighed 82 pounds.
Jeez.
82 pounds, and I was just curious. It's food. All you have to do if the Indians in the mountains can make tequila, if they would distill tequila without any kind of meters, any kind of
Yeah.
anything to measure, to watch temperatures. They didn't have stainless steel, copper, did they?
No.
If they can do it, I can do it. So yeah, I asked him, like, wait, Steve, I'm looking for a still. And he goes, what are you doing? What do you want it for? He goes, I want to make tequila. And he goes, what? What are you using? Because he had attempted using agave nectar and this, that, and he was having a hard time. I go, I have a whole agave that is coming into town. And sure enough, he says, you use my still, but you're gonna let me be a part of it. And sure enough, he did. At the end, he ended up doing pretty much most of it.
Yeah.
But
How'd it turn out?
great.
Yeah.
It was when I got it, I had 9 bottles out of it, which I think I could have gotten more. I think Steve
took advantage of you there, it sounds like,
yeah,
huh?
he had more than 19.
Steve, not nice.
It has been an incredible weekend, and I've got to tell you, I am really going to miss waking up to this. so beautiful, and can't wait to come back to Ensenada, Baja California with our dear friend Zeke Casas.